there's been some conversation about that and the adoption of it.
Should we look at it now?
No, I'd like to put, we have to have another meeting, we're gonna talk about it, to go over this in more detail. I'd like to put this off till then, because now we all have the same copy and so on, to work on that, so Deb will put that on a future agenda. We'll talk at the end.
The
about
general point
meeting.
was just to simplify and clarify.
Fix some problems.
So here's what we have now, is something from the Board of Health, which pointed out some concerns that they have. We should all have that, if we don't have it already. It's a one-pager. No? Okay, that was one thing that I used. The second thing is, I had gone to the fairgrounds and asked them if they have any inputs to this, because they deal a lot with animals and that. And so I have their data. Taking those two things and what I considered some common sense things, on making suggestions of changes that we would make to make it a more usable and simpler bylaw. For example, at the end though, I had put down the police as the enforcers, and then I talked to the police and he said, no way. And we had a long conversation. So, I mean, order of magnitude, there's a lot of discussion that needs to go on, but we need to move pretty quickly on it. And in the process, then go back to people like Martha Sanders, and talk with her and say, these are the changes that we see, what we'd like to put forward, and then give her a chance to come back and say, oh, that's a real problem if we do that, or whatever. So maybe get it better so that by the time we go down to town meeting, everybody's on board and we can just get it fixed so it works better for the town. That's where we are. So when you have a chance, read those things through as suggestions.
Okay, on to the next.
Planning board, these came directly from the planning board. I don't have, they came very recently, so I haven't had a chance to talk with Martha Morrison on them. But ground mounted solar photovoltaic installations, assign regulations, and that's a housekeeping item. Removal of the marijuana cultivation process overlay district, lot 1 removal. That was a greenbelt property. And then the TA water department, that's a well that is responsibility, as I understand it, of the town to secure its open well.
Oh, that's on Candlewood.
Candlewood.
Yep.
On Candlewood.
We were
Hearing
quote
about that
for around $25,000. I have to Google them, it will work with, I know.
That is a lot of money just to put a cover on and secure that well.
One of the commissioners and I had said, we're just gonna cover it in the middle of the night with our pickup trucks, just go dump dirt. But the reality is, I put that as a placeholder. Greg was doing a lot of work on it. And I gotta get with Greg again, because I also wanna have a better understanding of where the water department and where the town plays on this. They've indicated it's a town responsibility. I just wanna have a better clarity on that before I fully commit to say we're going forward
Onwards.
and the capital request of $300,000, which we've laid out here.
Okay.
And then I just put I mentioned the radios, the turnout gear. And then there's the radios that we received a grant for the fire department. There's a match of about $7,300, $7,400, which we're sort of, this is me just to keep track of what we're looking at for special town meeting. Those are items right there. And then with a master plan and other things, again, 2022, warrant items, I just, as a placeholder, have the zoning, because I know that's been part of our conversations that we've had with the planning board and whatnot. So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't, it's, again, placeholder, so we don't lose track.
Okay, good. What I would like to do, because the hour's late, is do the minutes, pick another meeting, and adjourn for today, because I don't, we're gonna start getting, gonna start getting antsy, because I know we're gonna have a substantive conversation, and to start in on some of these things now, we're gonna way too late, so, I would entertain.
Anybody have any comments on the minutes?
Yeah, so these are the minutes of Monday, January 27th, our regular session.
Any comments on it? Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes of Board of Selectmen, January 27, 2020, as presented.
Second?
Your first and second, any conversation,
I'm
discussion,
okay.
hearing none?
I'm
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously, Deb. Thank you on that, and now what I'd like to do is, let's look at,
I'm just gonna make one comment about these, that we know there was one, the docks were not voted on And so you're gonna put that on another meeting to us to vote on?
Yeah, we did it
on
first
the
and
docs.
second, but we actually never voted. It was
Okay.
when Dick was on the.
So really?
So we should just keep in
Yeah.
mind that we want to do
So-
that.
It was.
At another meeting.
Here.
We're gonna look to the 20th.
Okay.
If that's all right with you, Debbie and I talked this morning about that, we're gonna put it
Okay.
as an item to the 20th.
Yep.
Thank you, I'm fine with that. Next question is, picking a date for our next meeting. I think we already have one.
The 20th.
Yeah, to be sure that still works for everybody.
Yes?
Yep.
So we can continue on with this. We're currently scheduled to start at 3. It's gonna be the capital budget review starting at 5:30. I suppose that'll
keep
force us to
concise.
force us to stop in 2 hours.
Okay, so our work session starts at 3.
Starts at 3, and Debbie, you now have items that carried over from today on and so on. Okay, so.
We've gotta be done by 5:30.
Yep, Lynn, your favorite motion, please.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Oh,
I came prepared.
Whoop.
1 minute?
Yes.
1 minute.
I just had a suggestion for consideration on making the warrant article clearer, easier to understand for the taxpayer.
Warrant article or the warrant?
The
Warrant
warrant article, attachment A, I'm sorry,
Okay,
which is really, what is it, Article 3?
It's Article 3rd.
That's the budget.
All I'm
References, references,
And
right.
I'll just give you a copy, I got a copy for you too, Kevin.
great, thank you.
Right. So all I'm suggesting is we add 2 more columns to show the difference. I found it very difficult, and I think most taxpayers did too, when you go through it to try to figure out what's really
oh,
being asked.
this thing right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Yep.
The top is what you have now.
Yep.
We have for years. In the bottom, I'm just suggesting,
Deb, let's just put this on the 20th to take a look at it. Thank you
Okay,
very
you're
much.
welcome.
That's good, and
That may not be a bad idea.
I'm not
very
against
helpful.
it, I'm not against it. As I say, we're trying to make things more transparent. Sometimes we see things we don't want to have people stop us on, but it's a reality and we need to have a conversation. And
correct.
I don't think our desire to smooth things and push them through helps.
I think it sends a positive message to the taxpayer too.
Okay. So, Lynn,
We had a first and second, so we just need a vote.
okay, all those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
See there,